I'm just gonna shoot like a part 2, I guess, of the introduction video. I mean, I went over. I was at the Chinese, 30 years business manufacturing in America, plastics injection molding is specifically what I was doing. I literally learned from ground up, sweeping the floors, warehouse, machines, manufacturing, pack out, warehousing. Sorry, all along the way. Sales. I had to become the salesman of the company overnight because we basically lost 60%, 70%, 67% of our sales overnight, and we were facing a second bankruptcy. My father had gone through one already. This is the first time I saved the company. I had to quickly within probably 10 months. I was going to say a year or 12 months. No, it had to be quicker because we needed money and sales quickly. I had to learn an industry. You had to understand, I was a college grad, and that means nothing. You learn everything on the job, whether it's nursing or whatever, engineering. You're going to learn it on the job. Medicine, law, you're learning it on the job. Okay, that's for another video, but I had to learn everything. I had to become a salesman almost overnight. I only had like 6 months to learn the business before everything came, maybe a little longer than that, before everything started crashing down. Our main client started pulling out everything and whatever. I had all of a sudden become salesman. My father couldn't fill the sales. And I had to go I built an industry from zero, literally zero, cold calling out to about 25% of our sales to, I think it topped out about a third of our sales. It was like, holy crap. I didn't know what I was doing. Some of the jobs we took, probably we broke even on. I know a couple now. Looking back, I probably lost money on a couple jobs. We made money on a couple jobs, but it's all tuition, as I looked at it, to teach me to work, teach me how to do this stuff, and have us survive. Fast forward maybe another 7 years, because there was a power struggle between my father and I around 2000, and I won the power struggle, and he had to leave. Not that he had to leave, but the consultant that he brought in, sided with me over him, saying, no, let Ray run the business because you don't know what you're doing. To my father, and it was his consultant. I knew that the deck was stacked against me, and my brother was my partner at the time. He worked with me. I brought him in from private practice. He was an attorney. I said, it's growing too big. It's too big. I can't watch my back. I don't trust Dad. Drama, family drama. He's just incompetent. I need somebody I trust who's smart and has the brain, and I can trust. Just a body I can trust to be there. And he had already been in business about 3 or 4 years at that time, and he was like, why are we paying this consultant to tell us what we know? This is bullshit. We know what we're supposed to be doing. Blah, blah. I was like, yeah, I know, but I remember the figure still. It's $40,000. I was like, it's a $40,000 bill to tell Dad to go F himself or us to leave. And so, you want to leave? I want to leave. We both wanted to leave. He's 3-4 years into the business. He wanted to leave. I felt bad. I was already like 8 or 9 years into the business. I wanted to get the heck out. That's year 2000, Y2K. And ended up siding with me, unfortunately. I won that struggle. And I've always said, even then, I was like, I won, but I lost. I don't want to stay. Because I had told the consultant then, I said, if I'm the trouble, if I'm the problem, because they came in that way, because he was hired by my father. My father's side, his accountant and attorney, were the third-party searchers, and they found this guy. Oh, they knew him and brought him in, and I told him, I said, the first day I met him, I said, Neil, if I'm the problem, fire me. That's okay. You have the authority, and you're given it by my father and myself. I wasn't the chief executive then. I was head of operations, but I wasn't chief executive. I said no. And he, later on, like maybe 3 months, 2 or 3 months later, he has a meeting with me. Give him a summary, and he kind of made his decisions by then. He was like, you weren't kidding. He said, I hear that speech every time, Ray. Because he was like, that isn't anything new. And I was like, oh, really? He was a turnaround artist. He was like, I hear that all the time from owners. you're the first one I met that actually meant that. You really don't want to stay. And I was like, nope. He's like, but you're the one that's going to stay. You're going to have to deal with this. And I was like, oh. I remember I was like, I was relieved or reassured by his vote of confidence, but I knew that wasn't what I wanted to do. So even as early as 2000, not that I knew nursing was what I wanted to do. I knew that wasn't what I wanted to do. And part of these videos is, I guess, encouragement for people out there, but also venting for me to say, hey, do what you want to do. Don't waste 20 to 21 more years of your life to finally figure out what you want to do, because that's what I did. You know, you look at me, I'm 51 now. I've been a nurse now for a year. You know, it took me another 20 years after I kind of knew I wanted out to get to where I want to be. You know, honestly, if it was back then, I probably would have chosen medicine, because that was always, you know, I was raised Chinese. You know, it's like, why are you not a doctor now? Poof. You know, so, you know, that's the way it is. I don't put that pressure on my kids. I say, absolutely not. I say, no, you guys do what you want to do. You be happy, because I do not want you yelling at me or angry at me for your unhappiness. And I'm a little that way with my parents, but I fully know. I'm 51. I fully understand it was my life choices in life. My brother, I have one brother I don't get along with, made a comment. I was like, dude, I'm not complaining about my life choices. I'm complaining about your life choices that I have to clean up. And that was the issue. He was barking at me. I was like, dude, these are your life choices. He's the oldest brother. I was like, dude, I'm cleaning up your mess. I'm the little brother. I'm not cleaning. I'm a man. I own up to my mistakes. I own up to what decisions I made, good or bad. You have to dust yourself off. Pull up. I'm sorry, I'm spitting. You know, pull up your big girl pants, cinch them up, and deal with it. You know, he doesn't. He's been gliding on the family fortunes or misfortunes or whatever you want to call it for 30 years. You know, and off of my back. And I'll say that. I don't care. You know, but he can set up his own channel and contradict me if he wants. That's okay. He's not going to see this. I don't care. But that's drama. So I guess this part 2 didn't go very far on my personal bio either. So it's more venting. And that's what these videos are. They're just venting, you know. Some of it is just TMI, you know, personal information. You know, I just have to make sure it's no HIPAA being violated. I don't care, you know, about my life. This is what it is. I'm broadcasting my life. You know, it's a drama. Take care. I'll do another video soon.